Hey pals, in this video I want to inform you about the frequency and quantity of watering required for your seedlings, any of them. These can be persimmons, eggplants, tomatoes, and let's take a look at my garden. These are eggplants. I have not watered them in a long time. You see, they stand upright, the foliage looks healthy in them, they do not wither. Also, have a look. Here are my initial ones. Here are the tomatoes. If you are interested, you can visit my channel and observe how I replanted them and the nourishment I provided them with. All videos already on channel. Let's figure out signs we'll understand it's time to water seedlings. For instance, I can respond immediately. I provide water to my seedlings in this manner approximately once every 3 or 4 days. But it all depends on what temperature you grow at, as well as what kind of soil you have. Some soil dries out quickly if you've taken your soil from the garden, and if you use a store-bought moisturizer, it keeps the moisture much longer. And the first sign, which is very clearly visible, is when the cup, as you can see, has moved away from the ground. You see, that means the ground has completely dried up. Also, as you can see, I mentioned in my previous videos that you need to add some soil. I'll do it right now. Roots, you see, are forming. And if you sprinkle some dirt like this, it'll make your seedlings grow roots like crazy. First clue. Also, check out the tomatoes. You see, the ground collapsed along the contour. Second clue. When we take a cup, we press down on it, and here we feel a sense of emptiness. And then we encounter the hard-ass ground. That also means that the ground has already dried up. A plant in dry soil is still capable of holding on for a few more days. But when it gets really hot in the place where you grow seedlings, it starts to wilt, and you can also understand it when you take the soil, run your finger through it, it's dry on top, you see, and your hands are clean like mine. If you took the upper layer of soil, rubbed it, and your fingers are black and dirty, it indicates that you don't need to water the seedlings yet. As you can see, there are 3 main factors. First, it's obvious that the soil in the cup has dried up, shrunk in size, and this crack appeared. Secondly, it's hands-on. We test it to see if the ground is solid. And thirdly, it's easy. As you can see, it's okay to let the soil dry out. And if you water your seedlings every day and a lot, then the young leaves on your seedlings will curl up like this. All the letters will be twisted. That means a whole lot of water. Additionally, if you water too often and too much, then the soil under your seedlings will always be wet. The roots will get soaked and the roots will rot because air won't be able to penetrate to them. In such conditions, the plant can't absorb nutrients from the soil, no matter how much you add to it. The plant will grow very poorly, it will look droopy, and in some cases, if watered incorrectly, specifically too much, it can even die. Conclude, it's better to dry out soil under seedlings than to water it too much for optimal growth. Because a plant, even in dry soil, can still survive for 1 or 2 days. And another factor, the fourth one that I forgot to mention to you, is when you water, take a look at how the water collects. This indicates that the soil here was not very dry yet. It's important to pay attention to this aspect, as it can provide valuable insights into the moisture levels of the soil. The humidity went up really fast, and you see it's already leaking from the holes below. But when the soil is very dry, like in this little cup, just look at how it will absorb now. You keep pouring, but he's not getting drunk yet. This is some really dry soil, but the plant is feeling good. And in this particular case, we pour the liquid in the center, because if we pour it from the edge of the cup, then the water will rapidly flow through these cracks in the cup. How much do you need to water the plant so that it has enough water? My cup holds half a liter. I pour about 50 milliliters into such a little glass. But it's better to gauge when you watered your seedlings. Moisture will start dripping from the bottom if you have holes, which means we poured the whole cup and it will have enough moisture for a long time, and the excess will come out. Your seedlings won't get sick and will look strong. So, folks, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe to my channel. Wishing you a successful day and strong seedlings. See you in the next video.